Hi there, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about 10 things I hate about Australia, but just a disclaimer, I have 1,000, a million and one things that I love about Australia. So this is a couple of things. Maybe hate is a strong word. Maybe things that I dislike about Australia. So the first thing that I dislike about Australia, and this one, even some of my Australian friends agree with it, is that the flies are so damn aggressive. In summer, if you're outside trying to have a barbecue, the flies won't just leave you. They are all over your face, they're on your back, they're trying to get into your ears. And if you try to shove them from one side to the other, they just never give up. As in, seriously, I think Australia has some flies of their own. And sometimes they can even bite you and it gets really, really itchy. Like the flies are just terrible. Sometimes even in summer I dread going out just because of the flies. The other thing that I dislike about Australia is the internet. The internet for some reason is so damn slow, and can you believe we pay a fortune for the internet? Okay, well, not a fortune, but we pay quite a significant amount because most households will spend about $70 to $100 on internet, and for it to be so slow, especially I'm getting to actually experience it a little bit more now that I'm a content creator and I have to upload videos on YouTube, and sometimes I'm just waiting there for a good hour for just one video to be uploaded, and this is just a video of about 10 minutes. It's crazy. And fun fact is that Kenya actually has better internet speed. So where I come from, which is Kenya, I swear to God, the internet is way better than in Australia. The third thing that I dislike about Australia is that the taxes are just so high. You know, I remember when I was a student, I was trying to, pay my school fees, and I tried to get a second job. But at the end of the day, I used to get taxed so much on the second job, I had to give it up because I was thinking, you know what? For the amount of effort that I'm putting to earn this little because of the taxes, it's just not worth it. The other thing that probably should have been first on the list is the homesickness. Oh my God, I get so homesick because Australia is so far from everywhere. It's particularly very far to Kenya because it takes me about 2 days to get to Kenya. And you can imagine sometimes I have 1 week or 2 weeks leave from work, and you can't just dash home and come back because it's gonna take me 2 days to travel there, 2 days to come back. Before you know it, the week is over and you're paying about $2,000 for a ticket. It's really not worth it. So I really miss my family and my friends, and it's just crazy how far everything is, how far Australia is from everywhere else in the world. The other thing that I dislike about Australia is the high cost of living. Boy, life is so expensive in this country. As much as people earn a significantly high amount of income, you still end up spending so much. You go to the grocery store, for example, if you live in Australia, you either go to Coles or Woolies or Spashed, and you go there with $100, and that's not even enough to buy your groceries for a week. It's crazy. The other thing that I dislike about Australia is that as a migrant, and most migrants are quite disadvantaged in the job market. So if you go looking for a job, every employer is gonna ask, oh, do you have Australian experience? You could have 10 years, even 15 years experience in another country, but just because you don't have Australian experience, you're disadvantaged. I've had students, my friends who are students, apply for simple jobs such as working as a barista or a waitress or even a bartender, and somebody's like, oh, do you have Australian experience? Come on now. Do we need Australian experience to work as a waiter or waitress? Okay, I don't know, but it just doesn't sound right. So you're mostly disadvantaged in the job market, which of course is quite hard for people to get professional jobs. The other thing that I dislike about Australia is one thing that I really struggle is finding clothing. So of course there's a lot of clothes, but it's fast fashion. So most of the clothes are the newest trends, but then they get ripped off, or they get really worn out very fast. So you pay less for the clothes, but then they don't last you. You could buy a top for about $30, and 1 month later you just can't wear the top. It's faded, the quality, the fabric is just not good. So what I've ended up doing now with time is that I've decided to shop on more high-end shops, you'll pay a fortune. However, the clothes will last you a lifetime. So that's one thing I dislike. The fast fashion is huge, of course, and you know all the environmental consequences of fast fashion. I'm not gonna get into that in this video. The other thing that I dislike about Australia is that, and a lot of people of African descent will agree to this, is that dating is so damn hard, especially if you're from an African descent and you're used to guys being very forthcoming, meeting guys in social gatherings and the like. However, here in Australia, the guys are really laid back. They'll hardly approach a girl randomly, and also online dating is huge. That's how people get to meet each other. So if you're not used to online dating, most people find it super difficult to date here in Australia. The other thing that, of course, is an issue is that a lot of Australians have some false positivity. Everyone is so vibrant, so happy, so positive. They hardly talk about their problems. So for people, especially from African descent in other countries, whereby talking about their problems is normal, whereby here if you try to connect to someone and tell them what you're going through, they'll kind of brush you off, tell you to remain positive. And mental illness is real, especially among migrants and especially among people who've actually migrated to the country and this is not their original country. So yeah, I think Australians need to get used to just being realistic. Yeah, sometimes life will throw you a couple of curves. Yeah, the other thing that I dislike about Australia, and this is something I've probably spoken about in my other videos, is racism. So whether we say it or not, racism is certainly there. Sometimes people will treat you a certain type of way, and I'm not going to elaborate on the racism on this video. So if you'd like to know more about that, please watch my video on challenges that I experienced in Australia. So with that said, please remember I've also done a video on things I love about Australia. I don't dislike Australia at all. As a matter of fact, I really love it, and that's why I live here. So with that said, thank you so much for watching today. If I've left out anything, please feel free to leave it on the comment, and I'll see you guys on my next one. Thanks for now. Bye, and thank you for watching. Bye.